So let's start it up. Hello everybody, how are y'all doing today? Hope everybody's having a good day so far. Elementals here for Elementals Gaming, the positive place on the internet where you can make the most out of your games and hobbies. Today I want to talk to you about something very intricate. It's more of a rant, I would say, but a more concise rant and a more definite rant than most other gamers. And the reason being is, I've been playing League of Legends for about 5.5 years now, and I love the game. Honestly, I do. I love the game. I found my way to play, and I'm playing my way, and I made it up to gold ranking, which is pretty good because I heard that's somewhere between 10 and 20% of the top players. So I'm pretty happy of where I stand today. However, I do want to pose this argument that I had. That recently, a couple of weeks ago, they buffed a small item called Dorans Shield. If you don't know much about Dorans Shield, in these games, at the beginning, you have enough gold to get a little bit of a small item. So these small items are supposed to help you in lane, however way that they're supposed to help you. Doran's sword is supposed to help damage champions survive at the beginning while providing some damage. Doran's Shield did that as well. Now, Doran's Shield was kind of always snubbed from the other people, from the site, because I always thought it was good. 10 health regeneration per 5, which means 2 health regeneration per second, plus 100 health for only 400 gold. That was pretty good. Or 440 gold. That was pretty good. However, to add on to that, you get the blocks 6 damage from auto attack passive, which is really good. Don't get me wrong, I already thought about that, and I said, wow, you know, it's pretty balanced right now because it's 100 gold. I mean, you get 100 HP, which is 20 and 40 more than the other Doran's items, and you're a little bit tankier, plus you have a lot of health regeneration. It's good. 2 health regeneration a second shouldn't go unnoticed. It's really, really good, right? But, here's the big but, right? They decided to buff it recently to encompass 8 damage from a single target spell. So, let me put it to you straight. I play a lot of Pantheon. I play a lot of Fiora. I play a lot of Jarvan. Having 8 damage blocked by my single target spell would be like having 20% of my damage negated at the beginning. You know what Dorans Shield is now? Dorans Shield is the equivalent of 9, maybe even 10 masteries in defense, and here's why. With 9 masteries in defense, you get 3 to 4 damage blocks by enemy champions. You get 2 health per 5, which doesn't account for much. You get 36 health and 3% extra health. Those things added together give you about 80 HP and 4 damage block from champions, along with 0.5 health regeneration per second, which is good. That's just enough for you to stay alive and kind of regenerate enough health to not be falling behind. Well, not enough health where it makes a difference, but enough health where you would not constantly get destroyed if somebody harasses you in lane. Now, add on a Doran Shield on top of that, all of a sudden you're blocking 12 points of damage from single target spells, and 11 to 12 points of damage from single target spells, auto attacks, which means that if you go against the mage, your auto attack will do 30 whole damage. Wow. If anybody needs a buff, it wasn't Doran Shield. They were thinking about this one buff effectively makes the idea of a lane bully not viable in lane at all. At all, right now. I'll tell you that because I feel like I'm okay with my laning mechanics, so I play stronger laning champions in order to go ahead in game and make a difference. Now, I'm pretty good at doing that, and I feel like I found my place in doing that. This one item, coupled with, 9 points of masteries, makes Nasus unstoppable. All the early game champions that are kind of good, i.e. Pantheon and Fiora, they are no longer good. just because of this one item. This blocks off entirely huge amounts of damage from him. And if that's not bad enough, now I can't deny anything. I'm actually getting denied. When you're playing a strong lane bully champion, your trade-off is you have to bully the enemy champion in lane, or else you won't be able to get ahead. And right now, even if I bully the enemy champion, they outfarm me just because of the health generation that they get from that Dorans Shield. The defense mastery is coupled with that much health and that much power makes it impossible for me to do anything if they're a relatively good player. I recently went against a Nasus that knew how to go against a Pantheon, i.e. he took 2 points in Spirit Fire and continued to farm whenever he needed to farm. The Spirit Fire pushed me back enough, but because of his Dorans Shield, he outdamaged me substantially from level 4 on. This was ridiculous. I didn't even get withered or anything. All I did was chuck Spirit at his face, and he just outfarmed me, and eventually he became so buff that nobody was able to touch him in the game. My friend says that Dorans Shield was intended to go against lane bullies. Now they have a tool to dominate lane bullies. It's really, really difficult because although I'm playing a more substantial person in lane, so I can make a difference later on in the game, it's not that big of a difference anymore. Right now, they're equalizing the game to where you actually have to farm and farm and farm, and that's it. So top lane can't carry anymore if you do the type of assassins. Maybe that was in their whole design all along. Top lane is supposed to be this bruiser type of champion where you're supposed to do a ton of damage, but you're also supposed to be pretty tanky. I never play my tops tanky. I always play them assassin style, which is pretty cool, because that's kind of like what mid does, but I do it assassin style at the beginnings, and I get tanky later on in the match, like a traditional bruiser. I go 21-9 to dominate lane and then be able to, make my focus anywhere else in the game. Despite being able to do that, in silver, I'm not able to help the game's carry at all. Like, sometimes I go 7-1 and then I try to make a difference in other lanes, and I feed religiously, and I go 7-7, maybe even like 7-9 afterwards. That's just part of the game. I understand that there were mistakes made on both sides, and then I just fed way too much for me to make an impact anymore. However, because of this item, it's preventing me from even getting to that place where I can help carry. Like, it's just a ridiculous item, and I feel like right now the only way to effectively counter it is you buy 3 longswords at the beginning, which means you're way squishier and you have to spend a ton on pots just to get your regeneration up and stuff like that. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know what you think via message or anything. I'll be happy to respond. That is my rant and my informative video of Dorans Shield today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Until next time, keep on being that positive, awesome, positive beacon of awesomeness that you guys and gals are. Remember to have a little fun and support me any way you can, whether by, telling your friends about the channel or making a donation on elementos.com.